What is going on, you guys? Nesmark here back again for another video. Today, kind of unexpected one. I got tagged by that bastard, the AG corner. If you don't know what that is, I didn't know until about 20 minutes ago. Essentially means when you get tagged on YouTube, you get given some questions, something you have to answer, and I've got 10 questions I'm going to answer about anime right now. Now, I haven't thought about these that much, so I'm probably going to be a lot of this is probably going to be me sitting here going. Anyway, without further ado, let us look at the questions. Okay, so question number 1 is favourite arc in a shonen anime. Now, if you know me, you know my instant response is probably going to be something like, "Who Dragon Ball?" The thing is with Dragon Ball, my cat is scratching at the door. Go away, cat, I'm recording a video. The thing is with Dragon Ball is, I love it so much, but it is so hard to single out one arc that I really liked in Dragon Ball. I mean, I guess the Red Ribbon Army arc was really, really, really good. We're talking Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z here, because, as everybody knows, original Dragon Ball is better than Dragon Ball Z, just saying. So, it could be the Red Ribbon arc or the Piccolo Daimao arc, because they're both really, really good. They have a lot of action. Goku gets his ass handed to him in Piccolo Daimao. Krillin dies. It's pretty awesome. So both those are very good arcs, but if we're not talking that, if we're not talking Dragon Ball, if we want to go away from that, then I'll probably move on to One Piece, and my bar-none favourite One Piece arc is Enies Lobby or Water 7, they're the same arc pretty much. But that was such a good arc, because we just had them get into this huge city, we had a freaking cyborg that breathes fire, Robbins gets kidnapped, there's a Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd are introduced, it's such a good arc. And that was really funny as well, it was a great arc. So that was a really, really good arc as well, but I have to pick one, that's the problem, I have to pick one. I'm just looking at my Dragon Ball volumes at the shelf, they're like staring at me like, go on, pick Dragon Ball. But, yeah, it is so hard. I guess I would say, because this is specifically anime and not manga, I guess I would say One Piece Enies Lobby, simply because, I mean, the Dragon Ball anime, compared to the Dragon Ball Z anime, definitely adapts well, but, actually, no. Actually, not at all. I'll go with Dragon Ball, because Enies Lobby was a good arc, it just had filler, because it was the anime version. I haven't read the manga version yet, so maybe that would change my mind, but we're talking anime, and original Dragon Ball was quite good on filler, especially compared to Z, and One Piece in this case. So I think I'm going to have to say my favourite shonen anime arc is the Piccolo Daimao arc. So, yep, there you go. Next question, let's have a look. An anime that you really hate. Now, this is a hard one for me, because compared to most people, I haven't seen that much anime, and well, when I say that much, I've seen a fair good chunk. You can check my anime list and, you know, see what I've seen. But, I mean, there are a couple of anime that I'm not particularly keen on. There's none that I completely, absolutely despise and hate beyond everything. That's kind of hard for me. But if I had to pick an anime that I like the least, it would probably be Dragon Ball GT. Now, recently I've been seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh man, GT's getting too much hate. It's not that bad. It's filler done right." Now, I can see where you're coming from, but in the same way, it's such a letdown after watching, you know, or reading Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, which are both great series, and then coming onto GT, and it's just like, this is just Blair, plot holes, animation style completely changed. I mean, well, for better or worse, whatever you want to think. To be honest, I think for worse, I really didn't like the new animation that much. So, yeah, I guess GT is probably the worst anime I've ever watched, but, you know, I mean, I'm sure there are much, much, much worse out there. In fact, I know there is, but, yeah, so, I guess that's what I'll put for that, but, you know, bleh. Okay, number 3, favourite opening and ending. This one is another really, 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 really hard one for me, because there are so many openings and endings I love. But opening, I guess my default response for favourite opening, and I'm going with a lot of Dragon Ball here, is Chala Head Chala from Dragon Ball Z. It's just like, it's a staple opening of the 90s, like, for anime, you know, it's like, a lot of people say, okay, right, yeah, that was an opening that sort of, when I say the 90s, it did actually start in 1989, but, you know, it aired for most of the 90s, so, yeah, so I guess I'd have to say Chala Head Chala for that. Favourite ending theme, on the other hand, pretty much all of Dragon Ball series ending themes suck, except the ones for GT and Kai, so, I think my favourite one would probably have to be the second Gurren Lagann ending, which is Minna no Peace. That is a really, really good ending. It really sort of like captures the spirit of the series well, and when you're watching the final episode and it rolls to the final time, it just fits so perfectly, and it is just a really, really good song as well. So I guess I'd have to put that for my favourite ending theme. But of course, there are tons and tons of other candidates for that. Like, pretty much all the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood ending themes are really nice as well. As soon as I say that, I can't think of any. Look at my shelf. See what else? Yeah, well, you got the first Full Metal Alchemist end. No, first Gurren Lagann ending. That's really good. The Cowboy Bebop ending is also very nice. You know, there's a lot of good stuff, but I'd have to say that's my personal favourite one. Okay, next question. Question number 4. What mainstream anime power do you want? Okay, here we go. So, there's a lot of choice with this one. I could go for the generic stuff. I could say, oh yeah, I want Gun Fruit, or I want to be able to fly and blast key like a Dragon Ball. But I thought a little bit about this one before I started doing this, and I figured I'd just go with a sort of more quirky one that I guess not many people think of. So in the Enies Lobby arc of One Piece, we see Rob Lucci and the rest of the CP9 who can do their moonwalk, which is like this air jumping thing where they can sort of like walk through the air. It just looks like the most fun thing ever, and you can totally freak people out by just running through, going poof, 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 like just like flying through towns and stuff. I know Sanji learns it in New World actually afterwards. No spoilers. But yeah, it's that just, I don't know, that just looks like a fun power to have, just to be able to like stroll through the sky, like bounding through it. It looks fun. You know, obviously I probably would prefer Goku powers or something, yeah, but you know, screw that, it's too mainstream. I've been boring. I've talked about Dragon Ball enough already. Most badass mainstream anime character in your opinion, no contest, is Spike Spiegel. Okay, Spike Spiegel is the most badass character alive. Oh, forget I said that part. Yeah, so he's just such a cool character, you know, he's so cocky and everything. I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop in Japanese, but Steve Bloom just gives him the perfect, like, badass voice. And, you know, he can just, like, work his way out of these situations, and yeah, he's just freaking awesome. So, you know, clear-cut winner there for me. Favourite mainstream anime couple? Oh, I was dreading this one. Okay. I'm not one who's into shipping. Honestly, couldn't give less of a shit about who's with who in an anime. Let me look at my shelf. I guess this is alright. I'm gonna be a bit weird here. I guess kind of a funny one is Light and Misa in Death Note, simply because Light clearly doesn't give much of a shit about Misa, and that's what's so funny about the whole dynamics of their relationship. So you know, think of that what you will. I haven't put any thought into that one because I don't really care that much. Biggest anime troll character in your opinion? Jump cut, yeah, I had to go think about it for a bit. I guess I'd say, like, Ryuk from Death Note. Because, I mean, spoilers, but the ending, you know, he's stuck with Light this entire time. He's like, oh, you know, man, I'm just here, I'm just watching. At the end, he's like, lol. So, yeah, you know, that was, yeah, I guess I'd call him the biggest troll, because it's just the entire series built up to that, essentially. So yeah, that's I guess another one I didn't really put much thought into, but yep. After that, we have an anime that you'd love to become see live action. Now, on my honest opinion, I don't want to see anything become live action, because when has any anime been adapted into live action and gone well? I mean, come on now, think about it. I mean, probably nothing that wasn't Japanese made. Like, if we're talking American made anime that could become live action, it's kind of a hard one, because, like I said, I don't see the point in making a live-action version of something for the sake of making a live-action version of something. I guess I would say, now, make sure it's done right, because the series itself is perfect, Cowboy Bebop. Because it's a short enough series, maybe they could come up with an original story for it. I think the effects don't need to be amazing, provided they could get some good actors, because I mean there were rumours about a Cowboy Bebop live action going around. They wanted Keanu Reeves as Spike. That wouldn't work. He hasn't got enough charisma, you know. He's not upbeat enough to be Spike. So yeah, so like screw that adaptation. But I guess I would say Cowboy Bebop, and then like provided they could cast it well, and you know get a good director on board and all that, then I would say Cowboy Bebop. But in my honest opinion, I don't want to see anything ever made into a live action film unless like it was going to be done really, really well or something. Question number 9. The first anime merchandise you ever bought. I don't have it right here, but if I did, I would be holding a copy of Pokemon Forever on VHS, which I bought around 10 years ago. I believe that is the first anime merchandise I ever owned. I think, yeah. Actually, well, I did have other Pokemon-related stuff before that. I once had a backpack with a Pikachu on it, if that counts. But, you know, if we're talking actual anime, then Pokemon Forever on VHS was the first anime I ever owned on a physical thing. And an anime that you think... Number 10, an anime that you think should get a movie. Now, like, again, this is kind of a hard one to answer, because pretty much every anime, you know, nowadays gets a movie or something. Cause, like, you know, Dragon Ball's just getting its 14th one. We've got... we've got like Death Note, and that got one because I got stuff on my shelf. Yu-Gi-Oh! That got one. Full Metal Alchemist, that got two. You know, if you count the original series. I guess what I would say is this has already had an anime movie, but Gurren Lagann has had two movies, but they were just retellings of the series. You know, so I wouldn't mind seeing a alternate, you know, universe. Maybe trying to fit into the actual canon. I don't see really where they could put it and still focus on the main characters, but you know, a original story movie for that kind of thing, because I mean, I'd really like to see the world explore more. I know we were supposed to, like, there was rumours going around about we getting OVA about Viral fairly soon, so, you know, I mean, like, knowing Gainax, they'll want to milk it for as much money as it's worth. I mean, just look at Evangelion, how many movies that's gotten, the series and everything. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another Gurren Lagann movie. Probably not another series, but maybe another movie or something. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that, if provided it was done well, and provided it didn't just shift the focus to some new characters, because I wouldn't really like that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. And that wraps up the entire list, and I think I've been talking for around about 10 minutes, probably more. So yeah, now I have to go on to who I'm tagging. Now I'm going to tag someone you've seen in my videos who never does videos for himself. So I'm going to do this now. Delboy, I'm tagging you. I can't remember, I think it's 178 goes off to your name, but I am tagging you. You have to answer all these questions. That's the only person I'm tagging. I couldn't think of anyone else, because AG Corner in his last video literally tagged all of my YouTube friends who watch anime, so there we go. So thanks for watching, guys. Videos coming in the future. You saw my unboxing of Sandland. I still haven't read that all the way through. I've read like half of it, I just put it down, so I'm going to do a video on that soon. And also I got another Toriyama manga, which you'll see when I do a review on that fairly soon as well. So that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.